blazing and taking no days in. Yeah. Don't need a vacation, I need a replacement. Busting the lights out soon as we came in. Yeah. What are they talking about? What is pertaining? Yeah. Need me a therapist, ask if I'm aging. Is it me, do you feel caved in? All of my demons invading. I live here, no hesitating. They biting, they cadence. Go out their way, it's okay. Just like the ghost in the basement. I got a gate with my face in it. Yeah. Icy cold, it is so icy cold. Yeah. Mixing the water with cheese is making the money get mold. Yeah. Trying to be like gang, you better go get it in vogue. Yeah. Put 84s on lanes, I rob out, you think it is folks. We did it, we said it, we smoke. Yeah. We put it out, thought it was smoke. This 504. This is at home, right down the street from Alamo. Brand new, this new place I got to. New world, new sky, that's so blue, it's black too. New growth, all these space I outgrew. Blue bands, get my cash from drop through. Oh yeah, blue flash, keep the flash.
Yeah. Y'all, welcome back, man. Good people out there. Welcome back to episode number 2. All right, of Burning Bridges. I am your boy, Jeremy Bridges, a.k.a. JB. Everybody know me, man. Check me out on social media at YouKnowMeBIG. Check out us on Instagram at my podcast Instagram, my other podcast. My guy, what up, Chip? Let's go for show. Me and Benny, the JB and Benny Blue Review. Check us out on Instagram at JB and Benny Blue. All right, review. Tap in, holler at us, you know what I'm saying? But this here is my show. It is Burning Bridges. Welcome again, man. We appreciate everybody tapping in. If you got questions, concerns, comments, holler at us, you know what I'm saying? I'll be shouting out people throughout the show because, of course, people are going to be tapping in. Let's get going, man. Let's get right into it. Football is back. It's the most wonderful time of the year. We always know that. But before I do that, all right, I really want to shout out, as y'all got, you see, I'm wearing my Cat Scratch Fever gear, all right? I come home today, pull in my garage, and I see this box at my front door, all right? So shout out to my Carolina Panthers family, all right, for showing love, all right? We are a community of legends, without a doubt. And the card reads, the last year's been tough, but we are excited about getting back to football. We are building something special, and you, yes, me, are a part that Panthers legend. As a Panthers legend, you're a big part of that. So keep pounding, all right? And that's David Tepper, which I'm guessing is the new guy when it comes to community relations for them. David, appreciate the love. I got to show this because it's that 7th tray all day, and it's got legend on the back. All right, we got that old cat, that old mean cat. Now, speaking of cats, if y'all didn't see like that old virtual thing that they did before the game, that shit was spooky as hell, right? So shout out to the Carolina Panthers, man. I appreciate the love. So, yeah, I'm repping. Of course, you know what I'm saying? You see the bird behind me. It's still bird gang all day, but I'm going to keep pounding too, though. All right? Again, football's back. So let's get right into the show, man. Some of the most notable college football games that happened last weekend. Oregon versus Ohio State. Oregon shocked the world, basically. Came in and got the W, all right, without a doubt. BYU jumped on Utah's ass, okay? And then, of course, Stanford. Y'all should feel bad about yourself. Y'all got USC's coach fired. But they put a good whoop on the boards. I think the scores ended up scoring being 48-24, something like that. Man, couple notable games. Can't forget about this one because we talked about this in the last show. Arkansas versus Texas. Now, this was Texas kind of introduction to kind of tipping their toe into the water to see how the SEC was. Well, Arkansas said this shit is hot, all right, and blew their ass out. Get the hell on somewhere. Sue pig. The Arkansas Razorbacks got the W. Now, notable games for this weekend. We got Nebraska versus Oklahoma. If Oklahoma don't watch it, them damn Cornhuskers might get the win. Bama versus Florida. Now, this is the first SEC game that Bama's going to deal with versus a good Florida team, so that's going to be interesting to watch. Penn State versus Auburn. If I ain't watching nothing this week, I'm probably going to be watching that one. That one's going to be a knockdown, drag-out. And then ASU versus BYU because BYU is really bringing the smoke to a lot of people. They're playing good ball, all right? NFL-wise, of course, you know, so we had our first NFL weekend. It felt great to be on the couch, just chilling, watching NFL football all Sunday. After I played golf, of course. You know, I had to get out and swing the sticks. All right, with our guest, who's going to be on later. We'll talk a little more about that. But a couple games that I just want to shout out. All right, shout out the Eagles, all right, for going in there, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, for kicking the Falcons' butt. Now, statistically, on paper, the Falcons should have won that game. And honestly, I probably picked the Falcons. I had to look at my picks from last week, but I think I picked the Falcons to win. So same on me. And then, of course, the Saints and the Packers. Shout out to Jameis Winston and the Saints. And listen, man, Yo, they put that thing on him. Sean Payton got Jameis Winston ready to play, and it was beautiful. All right, honestly, it was beautiful, man. So that's some things, you know what I'm saying, that we go tap into. Just again, I want to shout out those NFL teams, talk about those college games, so on and so forth. Remember, man, the sports book is hot. I don't know where y'all at and if y'all got it, but look, get your bets in, man. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Get your bets. Holler at your people. Call H. Rothstein. You know what I'm saying? And get your betting advice, all right? To see the Pack get smacked. Yes, we saw the Pack get smacked, all right? We just spoke about it. The Saints put a good whooping on them boys. I'm talking about a phenomenal ass whooping. It was beautiful, right? I mean, it was gorgeous. But, yeah, shout out to the Saints for doing that. And, again, man, if you ain't tapping in with the bets, man, get your bets in, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's fun. I'm just being completely honest with you. It is fun. It makes that – it's like fantasy football with, you know what I'm saying, with more money on it, right? And you got – some of these things give you a lot of free bets. So, man, tap into that. So, right now we're going to go into one of our – it's going to be a continuing segment, all right? But every week you're going to get JB's oh shit players of the week, all right? So, we about to tap into that oh shit right now, all right? So, producer man, show me some love. What's happening?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah, we gotta love it, man. First play, man. Penn State versus Ball State. The athleticism. Run it back. One time for the one time. All right, the athleticism. Producer man, run that back for me. It happened so fast we couldn't even see it. Like, what happened? All right? Jesus Christ. Though, interception, the athleticism, the touchdown, the pick six, beautiful. Shout out to Penn State, man. The next clip we got, man, we got the Dolphins versus the Pats, all right? Now, Tua's going to throw a picker, but I want everybody to look at this. Watch this shit right here. Bam! Oh, my God. Run that back, please. Man, real slow. Run that back. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Run that back. Now, you got to go all the way back to the hit. All right, so run it back to the beginning of that thing, man. We got to figure out a way to rewind this, producer, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't go back to every one. Of course, we got, boom, our interception with Penn State. That's beautiful, right? But this shit right here, oh, my God. I want everybody to watch Tua. Keep your eyes on Tua Tagovailoa. Watch him. Oh, beautiful move. Oh, he stumbles. Oh, bow. Oh, my God. Then to add insult to injury, he throws a pick to Jones. Oh, my God. Whew, Tua, are you okay? All right. On the tip drill, all right, we all practice that. You know what I'm saying? We play defense. Hey, heads up by 31, that boy Jones getting the interception. Next, we got the Buffalo Bills and the Steelers. Now, I'll pick the Bills and win this game, but them damn Steelers, man, they janky as hell. All right, so right here, D. Johnson does the tap. Let me get that. All right. Get your toes down, and that's a touchdown. That's the only touchdown. I think that was the only touchdown scored in that game. Offensively, all right? Number 2, coming up right now, all right, we got the Washington football team. Is that what they call it? I don't even know what they call it no more, honestly. But this is what's going on right now, all right? Playing those Los Angeles Chargers, all right, we got my man, all right, McLaurin, getting out there. First of all, he beats press man, all right? Then he gets down there, does the oop-de-doo, catches the ball. You know what I'm saying? How did he locate this thing? Look at this shit. Oh, man, buddy dropped the interception too. All right, without a doubt. All right, here we go now. Oh, my God. This is crazy. Florida State versus Jacksonville State. All right, last play of the game. We got Zarek Cooper to Damon Philyon Jackson, all right, for the tub. Yo, it was people on the field for Florida State. Like, one thing I saw, the whole thing nobody saw. Now, I'm always looking at my phone for whatever, all right. I saw a lineman proposing to his girlfriend in the midst of chaos. Right? In the midst of complete chaos, all right? And Jacksonville State has taken down Florida State. I just want to kind of talk about Florida State for a second because I really believe they're going to be okay, right? I can never remember the coach's name. We talked about it last show, but I feel like they're going to be okay, right? For whatever reason, I just feel like they're going to be all right. They played Notre Dame tough. Now, Notre Dame has been kind of struggling. They played Toledo, I think it was, and they kind of, you know, whatever. Yeah, see that chip after the game when we lost to Duke? Yeah, you saw that. Right? That was the funniest shit ever. Like, I guess he was like, you know what? It's now or never, bro. I got to do this because if I don't do it, I'm not going to do it. But, yeah, so Florida State played Notre Dame very tough on national television. It was beautiful. I think they just kind of looked past their opponent, underestimated their opponent. All right. Yes, he does. Norvell does have some work to do, Johnny. But at the same time, I think the culture is changing. I think they're getting back that Florida State swag. You know what I'm saying? Doak Walker used to be a place that you didn't want to play in. I remember when I was younger watching the Jefferson Pilot game of the week on Saturdays when I didn't have to get up and cut grass or wash dope boys' cars or whatever I was doing in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Or my cars or my dad's car, my brother's car. If I wasn't working, I was watching football, right? And Florida State was one of the teams that was always on. So I kind of got a little love in my heart for Florida State. All right, I want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, that they're okay. Plus, I'm the type of person, I believe that when football is on, like when it's on, like when it's for real, like when everything is clicking, everything is going well, right? The teams that are storied franchises are winning, right? That's the best way to do it. That is the best way to do it, all right? Can Deion at Jackson State beat FSU? I'm going to say no right now because of the talent level. Now, I'm not saying Deion don't have talent down there at Jackson State because the swag hard with some talent that we, you know, and in this day and age, you're going to see that talent. Right? Back in the day, it was kind of like if they was just super standout, then we saw them. Of course, Jackson State has 4 Hall of Famers. I mean, shit, that's better than most Power 5 schools, to be completely honest. But right now, no. I think that Florida State is trending up, even with the loss to Jacksonville State. What I think that's going to do, and Norvell, I think he's that type of guy. I really think he's going to really hone in and use the loss to kind of turn the curve with them guys and make them understand, like, look, man, this shit real, right? It's not a game, right? This shit is real. All right, we can't be out here fucking around. Like, we got to take everybody serious. We got to play 4 quarters of football. Hey, football is evening out so much, right? College football is evening out so much, right? And this is why the competition level is kind of getting here. Now, you have, of course, those super big-time schools. You got Alabama's, Clemson, still good. Georgia, top of the SEC. Florida, I think, is climbing right now. But you have those big-name top schools. Of course, Ohio State's name is still poking around up there, right? So, and then Penn State on the rise, right? So, but you have those upper echelon schools that are just like, okay, when they're playing a whack team, they gonna mash them out, right? And you know it's gonna happen. So I think Florida State's trending upward. I'm excited to see how they finish this season and what goes on for the rest of the season, all right? A couple other things I just want to talk about. I mean, we talk about everybody's making a big deal of Aaron Rodgers, right? So I even said it when I was, you know, drinking and smoking with some of the homies, you know what I'm saying, Sunday. Like, man, is Aaron Rodgers tricking this thing off on purpose, right? Is this what he's doing? Because he looks like the bad guy right now. He got the slick back, you know what I'm saying, the half mullet. So he ain't even really got the whole full. When he puts it in a ponytail, right, it's kind of shout back there, right? It's kind of, you know, it ain't really doing much, right? So he got the beard. He looks like the dude on Roadhouse, the dude that was Patrick Swayze's mentor or whatever, right? He looked like him. Is Aaron Rodgers saying, screw y'all, and I'm finna throw this thing? Because he did some very un-Aaron Rodgers-like things on Sunday if you watch the game. Like desperation throws and so on and so forth. All right. It was kind of tacky to watch. It really was. All right. And I'm going to do this right now because I won't have time to do it later. I'm going to shout out my Arizona Cardinals. All right. I'm going to talk about them first, and I'm going to talk about my Carolina Panthers. Right. And I'm going to talk about my Philadelphia Eagles just a little bit. Right. So Arizona went into Tennessee. Played well. All right. Chandler Jones, of course, 5 sacks, overshadowing everything that went on that day. All right. You're right, Johnny. Chandler motherfucking Jones. Hey, we're going to start calling him Motherfucker Jones. That's going to be his name from here on out because that motherfucker, man, Motherfucker Jones is Chandler Jones' name. And you patting that, that's JB shit right there. That's Motherfucking Jones. And if you don't know where I get that from, you ain't never seen the movie Horrible Bosses where Jamie Foxx plays that character, Motherfucking Jones, and you missing out because that shit is hilarious. All right, now, Chandler Jones. But the D-line, the depth, it's beautiful, right? The defensive backfield, play well. Hey, Chandler Jones didn't beat this man clean every time. We literally went in there and out-physicaled them from the first play. We shut the run down and said, hey, this is what's going to happen from here on out. You're not going to run the ball, right? It's the Belichick mentality, right? You're not going to run the ball, right? We're going to take away your first option, which is Travis Henry. We're going to take away your second option, which is Julio Jones. And those two people didn't do what they usually do. Now, A.J. Brown made some A.J. Brown plays, and he was the only really high point for them, right? You said, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if we do what we're supposed to do, hell yeah. I mean, look at the talent we got from. Literally, we had to thicken the offensive line, and that was our biggest problem, right? Aside from the fact that Cliff Kingsbury has to call good plays, right? line would be down. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was the wackest shit in the world to me. I'm sorry. That shit was whack as fuck. All right. There's nothing that you need to say, Lumen. Right? You got your ass whooped on national television. Just shut the hell up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go back to the tape, watch it, process it, forget about it. You got a game to play next Sunday, right? Yeah, that was the wackest shit ever, right? So back to my Cardinals. Defensive backfield played well. All right, the young boy, you know what I'm saying, came in and produced beautifully. Byron Murphy played well. Buda Baker going Buda Baker, right? And then Alfred on the other side. Right now, do we want Butler back? Hell yeah. We love to have him back. But right now, I think we're in a good space. I think they made the moves, all right, to be secure. Now, let's talk about Hicks, right, in the middle, okay? Let's talk about Collins in the middle, all right? And let's talk about Isaiah on the outside. Hey, shout out to Vance Joseph for putting together a plan and sticking to it and saying, you know what? We got too many good ball players. I'm not going to keep this young man off the field. Hicks is a staple in our defense, and he needs to raise Collins, right? And I think that's where Vance Joseph's brain is at. And then our D-line, shout out to Brinson Buckner, the D-line coach, depth. The one word is depth, right? They just physically whooped the offensive line of the Titans' ass, and that's a tall task. That's not to be taken lightly, okay? Great job by the Cardinals out physically. And then as far as offensively, man, we just played fast. We executed. Okay, we overcame adversity. All right, all of these things that make you a good offense, right? We did all those things, right? We won a turnover battle. We out physical them. I think in the long run, I think we had less penalties in them. I know in the beginning of the game we were kind of sketch as far as penalties go, but I that's to be expected. I said there's going to be some sloppy football played because of the lack of the fourth preseason game, and that's a whole other week of practice that's missed, right? But other than that, shoot to our Panthers. Of course, they played the Jets against the young boy, Zach Wilson. And, you know what? I mean, I think Sam Darnold played well, right? I think he played well. I never thought he was a bad quarterback. And I think that what the Panthers are doing over there with him, you know what I'm saying? They got some weapons over there, and Anderson and so on and so forth. Hey, they're doing great things. I think their defense is going to get better and better and more physical. I didn't watch much of the game, so I can't really comment on it. I just know that the Jets kind of made a run to end, and Carolina kept on and pulled it out. Now, let's get to them damn Eagles, all right? Let's get to them damn birds, Eagles, Eagles. Went down to the A, and A, baby, man, just put a flat-out whooping on the Falcons. Now, that shit don't even make sense to me. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I know, my producing them back there scratching, they getting mad at me. They're going to get mad at me for saying this because they Philly cats. But I predicted and I picked Atlanta to win. On paper, Atlanta should have beat y'all, right? Just is what it is. But I got a saying, if you listen to the JB and Benny Blue review, Atlanta going Atlanta, all right? The greatest thing that ever came out of Atlanta is their music, all right? And that just is what it is. I mean, the Hawks, right, the Braves, I mean, they had the glory days, you know what I'm saying, when Justice was there, but that ain't been for quite a while. And then they ain't been to a championship in forever in football. So Atlanta going to Atlanta. This is the same team that blew a gigantic lead and lost the Super Bowl to the Patriots. So shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts looked really good. That young man that they drafted from Alabama looks really nice. Oh, yeah, the skinny cat that they thought wasn't going to be strong enough, and he's too small, and he can't run routes. He don't even look like he liked being there. Yeah, he put on a goddamn show for y'all. All right, I'm talking about a fucking show. All right, well, it's come to that point in time. All right, right now, we're going to pay some bills. All right, but when we come back, we got a special guest for you guys. All right, so stay tuned. Producer man, let's pay some bills, and we'll be back on Bridges Burning. Or Burning Bridges. Bridges Burning? Burning Bridges. There you go.
Bridges. Pay some bills quick for you. So Statement Games, a fun, free fantasy twist on sports. Check out, link in the bio. Odds Jam, using the Arbitrage Calculator to not lose money. Link is in the bio. Get a lot of great gear that we have on aatsportsnetwork.com/shop. A lot of cool designs that we have up there. I'm not sure if I can do the trademark of one of the motherfucker Jones. I just am not sure that'll be.
We get sued for that.
Yeah. So we can't have that, but we have some really cool things on there. 99jersey.com. Use the code AATBirds20 for 20% off discount at checkout. Link in the bio. All About the Birds is partnered with La Terrain Luxury Watches. Use the code AATBirds at checkout for 10% off. And then Manscaped.com is partnered with All About the Birds. Use the code AATBirds for 20% off and free shipping at checkout. I will not do the your balls will thank you real close to the microphone. That is Chip's thing. Chip is the only one that can do that very well. I will not try and steal the show on that. And then last, All About the Birds is expanding. Please follow our new AAT Sports Network, all authentic talk. AAT Sports Network on Twitter. AAT Sports _ sports is what we're all about. And
hey, real quick, Johnny, do we have a Instagram page for all?
So the Instagram page is the All About the Birds. It's just the AAT Birds. The Facebook, if you type in, like if you do AATBirds.com, it's going to take you to our AAT Sports Network page.
Good deal.
It's still linked. And then the Facebook is the AAT Sports Network. But
good deal.
Basically, Brandon expanding, and you know what it is. And I'm going to dip out and leave the floor to you, my man.
My man, all right, good deal. Well, this is going to be this is a first for our show. All right, we do have a guest on the show today. He is my dog. All right, when I say he's my dog, I mean I see this man almost every Sunday because we play golf together. All right, I'm talking about nobody other than my man. All right, I don't even know if he's in the studio right now. If he's in the studio, Johnny, give me a thumbs up. I guess he ain't in the studio, right?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, well, we're going to hold off on that, all right?
Once he pops in, I could play the video, and then we'll get everything all situated. But actually, I could play a couple of the plays that I sent you. The 2 Eagles blocks, the plays, and then the Tampa Bay.
That's perfectly fine. I love talking about O-line talk. Run that shit. All right, let's go.
I'm dipping and letting you go.
Let's get it. I love talking O-line talk. Run that play that beautiful bean footage. Bye, y'all. Oh, my Jesus. All right, now listen. All right. Defensive backs, have no business trying to take on offensive linemen. I get it. You got to do your job. You got to do your thing. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So shout out to that brave young defensive back who decided to try to take on a big fella who I think y'all just gave a whole lot of money to. So shout out to him, man. Doing his thing out there, just smacking cats up, right? What we got next?
This guy is nasty. Not only is he huge, and he covers like both gaps, maybe 3. This guy is nasty.
I could have made our old shit. Look, hey, let me tell you something, right? When you're playing guard, if you don't get your hands inside on some bitch that's 350 pounds, you are done, son. All right, as you just saw Buddy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know Zach Martin was out, because of the whole COVID thing and protocol and all that shit, but I don't even think the great Zach Martin could have held up against that shit. That was sinister, bro. That's a big old man. All right, let's run that back, please.
Here we go.
Run that one.
This guy is nasty. Not only is he huge, and he covers like.
Oh, so he's 350, moving a man that's 330. Oh my God. Y'all want to do the math there? That's a whole lot going backwards, right? And then he got to hold the deck, All right, run the next one, man.
Here we have a great example of great offensive line play and a piece of good running by Miles Sanders here.
Is that God talking? Who is that talking? Is that God? God, are you speaking of?
It is Brian Westbrook.
Oh, was that Brooke talking?
Yeah.
He sounds really big, and we know Brooke is not a gigantic man in stature. So, run that back. Okay, go ahead.
I'll run it back one time, and then we are good to. You can announce your guest, and we'll play the video and pop him in the screen.
Outstanding. Good. Let's see that thing again, man.
Here we have a great example of great offensive line play and a piece of good running by Miles Sanders here.
He's just out there doing what he does. You know what I'm saying? Just shit. All right, it ain't nothing more beautiful than a outside run play or a down around play. I call it, where guards and tackles are pulling and they getting out and they running and the running back is dipping and finding these cuts in these lanes. It's beautiful, right? It's good time football for offensive linemen. When we get to impose our will on other young players out there. Now, as I was speaking of earlier, all right, now my man is in the back in the waiting room in the studio. Again, my dog. I play golf with this man every Sunday. He is my brother. All right, his name is Bryant Johnson. He plays receiver in the NFL. He was number 17th overall pick. All right, in 2003, class of 03, we the best. All right, hailing from Baltimore, Maryland, he went to Baltimore City College High School. All right, he played for the Cardinals, the 49ers, the Lions, Benny's Lions. All right, and the Texans. All right, I'm speaking of none other than Brian Johnson, my brother from another mother. Roll that damn footage, man.
With the 17th selection in the 2003 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Bryant Johnson, wide receiver from Penn State.
This is what everybody came to Penn State for.
And watch him when he goes up. They have a new receiver coach, Kenny Carter, and he told the quarterback, I want you to throw the ball to give my receivers, your receivers, a chance to make plays.
Fakes it to Easy. All kinds of time. Complete to Johnson at the 10. He's their big play receiver, and he shows you.
Long time for a defensive back to stay with a receiver like Bryant Johnson. It's a great throw, only where Bryant Johnson could catch the football. Great.
2nd and 6. Wide open, Johnson, Bryant Johnson. And a first down to the 17-yard.
Great time as you have press coverage. It's a press bail. See him bail out of there? He's running out of there because he's playing zone. And that football is delivered before Johnson makes his break. Thus, Brooks doesn't have. It's a nice ball delivery. Threw it hard. It's actually a good pass. I don't know about the interference. That looked like good coverage to me. Would have mattered anyway.
Great concentration by Bryant Johnson.
Running to the ball. Now, Larry.
Square Biz, what's happening, baby? My man BJ in the house. What's happening, boy?
You took me way back with those clips, man.
Man, that's my guy, man. Our producer, man. My man Johnny is the guy, man, when it comes to doing things of that nature, man. What's going on, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. I was sitting there laughing at this versus with Ja Rule and Fat Joe.
Oh my God. You know, I'm so tired of verses, man. It's only really been 3 great verses. You know what I'm saying? I gotta put Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat in there because that shit was just funny. That's two uncles going at it, right? Yeah. And then of course the Dipset and the Locks, right? You know, everybody saw that, I think, for the most part. And then I'm gonna put Earth, Wind, and Fire and Ozzy Brothers up there, right?
That was beautiful music right there.
That was amazing, man. That was amazing. We got people tapping in right now. My man Eric, Michael, Stankovic. All right, we are all right. And you know what comes
Penn
after
State,
that,
baby.
You know what comes after that.
JB heard a lot of that.
Yeah, I got kind of tired of hearing that.
2001,
that was y'all homecoming, huh?
That
was some bullshit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did us like that. That's fucked up what you did back then. Hey, but to be fair, all right, when I got drafted, y'all was all over my highlight tape. You know what I'm saying? Because I was doing my thing.
Think about this, man. That was 20 years ago.
Damn, that game. Son. That was 20 years ago, bro. 20 years ago, man. So look, we're gonna get right into this shit, man. I like to ask people who are like, for young people listening, because we do have young people listening, you know, the little badass kids that want to be up past their bedtime. Football, right? Talk about the dedication. Talk about what got you into football. Talk about the dedication. Talk about the blood, sweat, and tears. Talk about college, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then into the NFL and the things that we had to go through. And like, people just don't understand, like, the grit and the determination and the focus as far as studying and so on and so forth when you're in college and high school. So run that down, man. Give them the lowdown real quick.
Oh, yeah, man. It's a constant grind. Like you said, a lot of things going behind the scenes that a lot of people aren't aware of. As far as the hard work and dedication, not only do you have to do it at practice, you know, you're going to have guys that's going to train outside of that. You know, what are you doing when the light's not on, when the coach is not watching? You're always trying to find that extra edge that can help propel you above your opponent. You know, and put yourself in that situation where you can be the best player and the best teammates possible. So it's just it's a grind, man. Trying to stay focused, you know, with all kind of other things going on, you know, depending on where you grew up or what type of environment you were in. You know, you trying to dodge bullets, you know, stay out of trouble, you know, keep good grades, you know, at the same time, you're trying to propel yourself to be the best athlete you can be. So it is a hard grind, man, but, you know, not everybody is built for it. You know, special people make it. And then there's a reason for that, because you got the mental fortitude, you got the hard work, and you know how to be a teammate.
Without a
You
doubt.
just you carry yourself a certain way, man. And not everybody can do it. Not everybody can make it. That's the reason why the numbers are so low when you go from high school to college. How many people make it, scholarship athletes. And then from college to the pros, how many people make it? The numbers just keep dwindling. And it's just a
Right.
select few. And you remember Sox used to say, you in rarefied air, man.
The
Not
rarefied air.
everybody's going to be able to breathe that air up there.
That's right. Shout out to the late, great Denny Green, man.
Absolutely.
One of the greatest coaches that I've ever met. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest men I've ever known. All right. So, man, with all the historic things that have happened at that great university, you know what I'm saying? You play for one of the greatest coaches ever in Joe Paterno. Probably one of the top in college football, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's in the Hall of Fame of college football all day, every day. Your thoughts on Penn State right now? All right. You guys are trending. I just said it earlier in the earlier segment. You guys are trending up, right? We're starting to see that old Penn State swag, you know what I'm saying? Big physical receivers. It's also become linebacker you again, right? I remember back in the day, you know what I'm saying? That was the tag for Penn State. So how do you feel about your school right now, and how do you think the chances are going in against Auburn this weekend?
I feel like starting the season off with a tough opponent like Wisconsin, being able to go into Madison and get a win, I think that really propels your confidence and is going to have us riding high now that we get our first home game of the season. Even though it's a big game, it's a night game, I think that whiteout, man, is nothing like that whiteout, man. 109,000 people
I know
screaming.
that. I gotta admit, bro, y'all have one of the dopest atmospheres in college football. I often go back, like, you know what I'm saying, and I show like my son and them, you know what I'm saying, like watching that walk from y'all's locker room and like the crowd, you know what I'm saying, participating, you know what I'm saying, with everything they got going on until they start to play. And then once they do that, right, it's a wrap, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the crowd is nuts. It's nuts. They shooting the fireworks off. It's crazy, right? It's amazing. I can only imagine.
You hear that lion roar every first down. And,
I can only imagine be what it's like at night. You know what I'm saying? Like we played y'all in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of, monotone there. I think everybody was hungover. It was homecoming. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of monotone, kind of slow. But I can only imagine what it's like at night, especially playing against a Big Ten opponent. You know what I'm saying? Getting to it. So tell me what's going to happen this weekend versus Auburn.
I think, man, if we can assert an identity, be able to move the ball offensively, as you can see last week, our defense showed that we can play. We showed that we can make big plays on offense, but now, we have a tough team, Auburn coming in. They're not a familiar opponent. We just got to be able to use that crowd to our advantage, the whiteout, and just go out there and play a brand of football that Auburn's not ready for.
Perfect. Love to hear it, man. All right, so let's get into a couple funnies going on here. You know what? You were at Penn State with a bunch of clowns, right? Spice Adams being at the top of the list, right?
Oh yeah.
And then Larry Johnson. I started thinking about Larry Johnson, like, oh God, like, you know what I'm saying? That boy wild, right? You know what I'm saying? All the way around the board. Good dude. So, what is your favorite Penn State moment?
As far as with Spice?
I mean, just period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you went to school with a lot of clowns, bro. You know what I'm saying? What is your favorite Penn State moment? Don't get nobody in trouble. But what's your favorite Penn State moment?
Since you brought Spice up, man, Spice and I were roommates my junior year, and I think the summer prior to my junior year. So I got to be like the world is finally seeing what we saw for 4 years in college.
Right.
all of the different characters. Just a funny guy, 24/7. This guy will bust into your room 3 a.m, cracking jokes like it was daytime. So it was just one thing, man. I'm just glad everybody else is able to see the kind of guy that made us laugh all the time, and he's able to have a platform where he can show all of his characters, man. The guy needs a TV show or something, man. He's just hilarious.
He's on the way. And if you guys don't follow Spice on social media, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what his name is. Anthony. What's his last name?
Anthony Adams.
Jr. Anthony Adams. I was about to say Anthony Anderson. So Anthony Adams, right? Jr. Right? But his name is Spice. Like, follow him on Instagram, Twitter, whatever he's on, man. You are guaranteed to laugh. This dude.
At Spice Adams.
At Spice Adams. I first encountered this dude at the Senior Bowl. I was like, yo, this man wild as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to that boy. All right, a couple other questions, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, all right, Spice Adams, your guy. Well, I'm your guy too, goddammit. I've known you since 2004.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What is your funniest JB story? All right, now you can't get me in trouble no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm free.
Nah. Some of the stories I probably can't share, but
that's true.
You just a guy. You move like an athlete. For a big man, some people don't see big guys moving like that, light on your feet, legs look like a track guy, and the lower body, big guy in the upper body.
Yeah.
But your way with words with people, man, is just hilarious, man. You just bust out, being yourself around people. Some people ready for it, some people ain't ready for it. So I can't share any particulars, man. I don't want to get you in trouble. But my guy, 100 grand, my man, 100 grand right there.
My man, 100 grand. All right. He told us 2003 training camp stories in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Hey, yeah, you're right. And we have some wild stories now. Hey, I can tell you some stories about Bethlehem, Pennsylvania that people would not believe, right? That's real rap. All right, so we'll ask some generic questions. All right, who was the best player? And I'm going to add something to this. Who was the best player that you played against in college, right? Being in the Big Ten, Penn State, who was the best player that you played against in college?
Damn, that's a good one, man. We played against a lot of good players, man.
And just for the record, I hate when people ask me this question, so that's why I'm asking you. All right.
I mean, first thing I think about is my junior year. We started the season in 2001. We had an opener against that Miami Hurricanes team that had like 40-something first rounders on it.
Right.
And I just say that might have been the best team we played against, man. Every position they had was a first rounder.
Right.
And them boys came ready to play because they was pissed the year before that they lost to Washington and knocked them out the national title game. So they came in that season. It was 33-0 at halftime.
Humming coming at you.
And then I came out in the second half. I got the only touchdown. So I was like, man, we beat them 6-0 in the second half. But
yeah, on me,
that team has some dogs on that team, man.
Straight up, on me.
I can't say a particular player, but I would just say that team was just so stacked.
Right, they was in there. Now, I'm going to ask this question, you know what I'm saying? State of the NFL right now, all right? How do you feel about it? Like, are you loving it? Are you hating it? You know what I'm saying? They're really catering to these cats as being millennials, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand, like, this shit evolves day to day, play to play. It's not the same league that we played in. No. How you feeling about the league right now, man? What's your thoughts on the NFL?
Well, I think a lot of people will say, first off, it's getting a little soft. When we played, man, these hits that these guys taking now, nowhere close to the hits we were taking. Especially as a receiver, when the DBs, he got you in his sights and he coming 100 miles an hour. He can't hit you if you don't catch the ball, he can't. Like, how is he supposed to stop? Or you have a lot of these helmet to helmet contacts. Like, people that never play football don't understand. When you got your sights on somebody, you going low, you locked and loaded, and you can't deviate sometimes.
Right.
And it's just bound to happen. And you getting penalized in a sport that's supposed to be physical, so supposed to be aggressive. It's just tough, man, knowing that you played in an era where it was way different. So it does get hard to watch. But I guess they made it more exciting because there's more points being scored, more yards. Quarterbacks able to throw the ball all over the place. Receivers. Right. Numbers are astronomical now. So I guess in that aspect is a positive, but in my eyes, it's not the same game that it was when you and I played.
It's definitely a different product, right? And you said a great thing, you know what I'm saying, what you see on the field. And people don't realize that, B, is that this is a product, right? Their mission is to sell this, right? They need for people to watch TV, you know what I'm saying, for those TV contracts that they got with these NBCs, and ABCs, and Foxes, and ESPNs, and so on and so forth. So they need viewers, right? So, yeah, you're exactly right. It is like basketball to a certain sense, right? It's like NBA basketball. Right now, they're scoring more points in the NBA than they've ever scored, but it's more exciting than it's ever been. Good deal. All right, so with all that being said, all right, we're going to get into our picks, all right, for the week. All right, now, producer, man, I hope you got your pen ready because you're writing these things down for me. Be you on here, so we're going to get your picks for the week. All right, so Thursday night. All right, week 2. First of all, I went 10-6 last week. I just want everybody to know that I'm not going to get to all the picks that I made. I went 10-6 last week, and I think out of the All About the Birds family, I think I rank number 1 right now. I'm just, not tooting my own horn or nothing like that, but I think I'm on top of the game right now. All right, now you're right. Thursday, September 16th, we got the Washington football team versus the New York Giants. B, who you got?
I think Washington, losing Fitzpatrick, they looking to bounce back and show that they're able to play without that veteran quarterback. And New York, they suffered a tough loss. I'm looking for my man Saquon Barkley to get going. He's a Penn State guy. I'm looking for them to be able to find ways to get him the ball so he can, display his playmaking ability. And I think that they're able to edge off the Redskins. The Washington football team. I think they're able to beat them by a field goal or maybe a touchdown.
Sorry, good peoples of Virginia.
Yeah, I apologize for that.
The nation out there. We don't want no beef. All right, I'm going to go with the Washington football team strictly because of the defensive line, right? I don't think that the offensive line of the Giants is ready to deal with a defensive line like that. That young boy over there, Chase Young, is a problem. I'm the show me guy, right? So everybody's blowing smoke up his ass, but he plays ball at a different level and is visual, just like a young Julius Peppers, right? Point blank period. That's who I see when I see him, all right? I listen to PSU alum. Sorry, JB. It's okay. I got you. Whatever. It's okay. All right, it's okay. I got you, right? Anyway, Washington football team gets the dub on my ass side. All right, so we got the Bengals, all right, 10 o'clock, all right, versus the Bears. The Bears. All right, the Bears. So, B, what you got? Bengals, Bears.
They playing in Chicago?
In Chicago, yes, sir.
I think I'm gonna go with the Bengals, man. You got that quarterback and that rookie receiver. They were able to get things done.
Or on Chase, baby. It's like LSU all over again,
they
baby.
Got that LSU connection. I think that'll be something tough for the Bears to stop. Although, if Khalil Mack and that defense can start getting after Burrow, we can have ourselves a tough game. But I pick the Bengals in that one.
I agree with you, man. The Bengals. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be 4 quarters of football, true indeed. But we got Chase, right? But we also got Higgins, right? Yeah. Point blank period. Like, he's got weapons all over the field, not to mention those running backs behind him. He's going to be just fine. I think the Bengals are going to edge the Bears out. I just don't think the Bears' offense is going to be anything like what they need. To me, Matt Nagy is the problem, and I'll continue to say that, all right? Now, next game, we got the Texans versus the Browns. Now, this ain't to be taken lightly now.
No.
This is not to be taken lightly, all right? The Texans came out last week and said, y'all kiss our ass. All right, Jacksonville Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? All you motherfuckers, Urban Meyer, we don't care who y'all got. All right, y'all can bring back Freddie T and goddamn whatever. They don't care. All right, the Texans said it's on. All right, let me tell you one thing about the H. All right, they live to never coexist with the fake. Shout out to Slim Thug. All right, we got the Texans versus the Browns. Who you got, B?
Man, I like the way Tyrod Taylor played last week and how he led that offense in that game, man. I'm going to go with the Texans on that one. I still think Cleveland's still trying to figure out where they are right now. They weren't at full strength last week, so I think they may feel a little disappointed from that loss, but I think the Texans are going to come in there firing on all cylinders.
I like that. I like the pick, but I'm going to go with the Browns, and again, because of their damn defensive line, all right? I think that Tyrod Taylor, and we already know Tyrod, you know what I'm saying, he kind of missed the glasses, you know what I'm saying? I think the boys going to be on a different level of hunger. If Baker Mayfield they're going to be okay. But I think the defensive line is going to prove to be way too much for the Bears' subpar offensive line. All right, here we go. Next game, Rams versus the Colts in Indianapolis, all right? The Rams want to know the Colts 0-1. Who you got, B?
Hey, look, I was in Detroit when we drafted Matt Stafford. I know what he can do. He has a lot of weapons in L.A. now with the Rams, and I like the Rams in that game.
I agree. They are a snowball rolling downhill already. All right. Now, I've already said it. I went on record and been on wax and saying on other podcasts, my podcast with Benny, the JB and Benny Blue Review, that I feel like the NFC West, somebody from the NFC West is going to be representing in the playoffs. Maybe 3 teams, to be honest, because we got the extra playoff slots. So I'm going to roll with the Rams on that one as well. Just too much Rams, point blank period. All right. We got the Bills versus the Dolphins down there in the big, I don't know what to call that.
Down in Miami?
In the big Miami.
The
big 305. We call the stadium the big 305. You know what I'm saying? The big Uncle Luke, you know what I'm saying? Down there. We got the Bills visiting the Dolphins down there. Tua Tagovailoa and them boys. What you got, B?
I'm glad you was able to say his name.
It took some practice, bro.
Yeah, I think the Bills bounce back and get their first win of the season. Quarterback's too tough, man. Yeah. And they just got a lot of they just did so well last year, man. I think they'll get things rolling this week. There's a familiar opponent too.
Right, without a doubt. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a division opponent. I agree. I think the Bills bounced back. I honestly think the Bills kind of they were kind of like listening to the press a little bit because they had success last year, right?
Yeah.
And they're a good team, right? McDermott's done great things out there. Him and Brandon Beane developing that team and building that team and his coaching staff. So I think they were just kind of reading the press clippings a little too much, right? And of course, you know, the Steelers going to steal it. Like, if you don't play them 4 quarters, you're going to fuck around and get your ass whooped. All right, so I'm going to roll the Bills Mafia as well. Now, here we go again. Jets-Patriots, right? Who we got going on with the Jets-Patriots? So,
give me that right there.
Oh, that's my niece. That's Cassie.
Yeah.
Let me bring Cassie and show Cassie to the people.
You want to say hi?
Say hi. Come here, girl.
Want to say hi?
Hey, Cass. Look at her. She out here.
Oh, she ain't going to stop now.
Of course, right? She all in now. Patriots. Who we got in New York? Both teams 0-1 right now.
I think the Jets played pretty well last week despite losing a tough game in Carolina. I think they're going to pull that one out. You talk about a Patriots team with a rookie quarterback. They struggled a little bit last week, but I think the Jets being at home, they're going to come to play.
I got to roll the Pats on this one. 2 reasons, right? Because coaching, 1, and then the Jets just lost Becton, right? Mm-hmm. So they just lost their starting tackle. I think you already know how Belichick is, man. He's a savage, bro. He's going to play on that. The Pats are going to mess around to get the W in my mind.
Another situation where that's a familiar opponent. So those 2 teams know each other well.
Without a doubt. 49ers, Eagles, all right, in Philly. All right, now watch your tongue on this one now. You know what I'm saying? We got these cats from Philadelphia on here, man. They don't play no games now.
Hey, look, I'm from Baltimore, man. I already know.
Let's do
I'm
it.
gonna have to go with the Eagles on that one, man. I like the directions they're going and how Hurts is playing, man. Then you got that young stud Smith out there. You got some other weapons, you know, another Penn Stater running the ball on that team.
That's right.
I'm gonna roll with them.
Hey, and I'm with you, all right? Both 1-0 right now. I'm going to roll the Eagles because, you know, the 49ers had some key guys go out on IR, big injuries.
They lost their cornerback, man.
Yeah, and they lost their running back and Moret or whatever his name. Yeah. So, how you say his name? Mozart or something like that. Yeah, right. Yeah, so they lost their starting running back, very explosive. He made hella plays for them last year. So I'm going to roll the Eagles on that, too. I think that they just proved to be a little too much offensively for the Niners. All right, we got the Raiders versus the Steelers at Heinz Field. All right, who you got?
Man, I'm gonna have to go with the Steelers playing at home, man. Even though the Raiders disappointed me last night by beating my Ravens. You know, I didn't like that. I didn't like that last night, but I just don't think they go into Pittsburgh and win that game in there.
I feel you. I got to go with the Raiders. All right. Their defensive line, holy shit. Right?
My man from Penn State got hurt, though. He hurt his hamstring.
It's okay. All right. It's okay. They got depth, right?
Yeah, they got depth. They got some guys like that remind me of Van der Bosch.
Right. So I'm gonna roll with the Raiders, right? They got them try hard guys, right? Them guys with them high motors, right? High motors. All right, so hey, that's an inside thing. That's a football thing. You don't know nothing about it. Right? So I got the Raiders over the Steelers. I'm probably gonna regret that pick, to be honest. Holy shit. All right, we got an NFC South matchup with the Saints marching into cat scratch fever. Now, mind you, I got all this goddamn Carolina shit on right now because they just sent me
the wrong thing.
They just sent me a care package, right? Now, I'm gonna let you pick first, B, of course, because you're the guest. So we got Saints at Panthers. What you thinking?
Oh, this is a tough one because of how well the Saints offense played last week. They're going into Carolina, a familiar opponent. You know, they play each other twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a toss-up to me, man. I could flip a coin and pick from there. But if Jameis Winston can play like he played last week, I think that gives the edge to New Orleans in that one.
I got to go with the Panthers because I got all this Panther shit on. I can't not pick the Panthers right now. And I'm going to pick them because
if he plays like he played last week.
Bingo, right? And I'm going to say that.
I would lean towards the Panthers in this one.
Good deal. So, scratch fever, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Panthers going to get the W. And that's all I'm going to say about that, Forrest Gump style. Now, Broncos, Jaguars, all right? At Jaguars, all right? So
I like the Broncos, man. I'm just not buying into the Jaguars right now. Broncos have a tough defense, which is always going to help out the offense, man.
Without a doubt. My man Johnny said Urban Meyer's going to quit and go to USC. I don't think he they need, listen, just a side note, they need a big coach. They need somebody big time to go over there and run that program so they can get their recruiting back on top. Okay, now, as far as that goes, Jerry Jeudy, get well soon, out on IR.
What was it, a high ankle sprain?
Something like that, right? I think they put him on the option to come back. Yeah, I think they put him on the option to come back.
Man, and that was tough right there, man.
Right. So Godspeed and recovery on that. I'm gonna roll the Broncos as well. Cards Vikings. All right. I will be at the game, ambassading. You know what I'm saying? Sign autographs for the good folks. So all y'all listening to the show right now, come see me. I don't know what section I'll be in, but of course I'll put it on our social media at JB and Benny Blue Review, IG. On my Twitter at me BIG, letter U KNOBIG MEBIG. Yeah, that's all that, right? Come see me. Cardinals Vikings. Who you got?
Well, you know where we live at, man. We live in the desert. We both played for the Cardinals, man. They the way that defense was playing last week, and the way Kyler Murray is playing,
lights out.
How could you pick against them right now?
Without a doubt. I'm going with the Cards as well. Of course, I got to pick my home squad, or my squad. All right. Next game up, Falcons, Buccaneers at Tampa Bay. What you got?
Tampa Bay at Tampa Bay after they just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, that banner coming up. Yeah, we rolling with the Bucs, and for obvious reasons, of course. Ain't nothing else to really talking about. Cowboys, Chargers. Interesting game, B. All right,
very interesting game.
Now, listen, this is probably the best game that I've seen this week on the schedule, right? I'm definitely gonna be tuned into this motherfucker right here. Who you got? Cowboys at Chargers in SoFi Stadium.
I didn't watch the Chargers game last week, but I did watch the Cowboys on Thursday night, and the Cowboys played so tough, even though they lost. I think they bounced back and get their first win of the season in SoFi Stadium.
I am with you on that. I think the Cowboys got a little bit too much, right? Now, this is a very evenly matched. These teams are so evenly matched, to be honest, right? Quarterbacks comparable, right? Running backs comparable, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? They got Elliott, you know what I'm saying? They got the other little dude that every time he touches the damn ball, he seems like he score a touchdown, right? Eckert, yeah, right, yeah. So they got that cat, right? And then, of course, the weapons. You know what I'm saying? Allen, Cooper, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can go player for player and match up. All right, but I'm with you. I think the Cowboys pull it off in the upset because a lot of people going to think that the LA Chargers are going to win. All right, next game, we got these damn Tennessee Titans. They're back in the West. All right, fucking with the West again versus the Seahawks in Seattle. This might be number 2 for
you might want to say that again.
Right, in Seattle. All right.
Yeah, for people that don't know, for us guys who actually played, and we played in Seattle, it's a very hostile environment.
Shit's real.
Tennessee's coming off a blowout loss. Yeah, I'm picking Seattle on that one.
Look, one thing I'm going to point out, B, is that we basically laid the blueprint, right? And not so much as like, because Chandler Jones did what he did, right? And I believe if Chandler Jones wouldn't have got 5 sacks, we'd have still beat him. I don't know if it would have been, you know what I'm saying, it's close, but we'd have beat him. I mean, as far, you know what I'm saying, as far as the margin goes, we'd have beat him, right? I think we laid the blueprint down on how to stop Henry, right? Now, they're going to have to get creative on how to give him the ball in different ways, but I think that they're going to converge on him, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to bracket Julio Jones, and, of course, you know what I'm saying, Russ going to cook. All right, so, yeah, I got the Seahawks as well. I got the Seahawks as well. Holy shit! Be more careful. You got to be more careful, all right? We got the Chiefs rolling into Baltimore after getting scalded last night by the Now, mind you, the fact that they're in Vegas, like, it's gonna be way more Raiders talking like that because they're gonna be putting their mouths on them nasty ass Raiders, them girls in Vegas. So it's gonna be a lot of throat things going on for them guys. All right, so, so that's just a side note. All right, now we got your Baltimore Ravens versus the Chiefs. All right, they edged out a win versus the Browns, right? Because the Browns going brown. All right, so the Chiefs ain't gonna quit. You the same way. You got to play them for 4 quarters against your Ravens. How do you think the Chiefs are gonna fare?
Being a guy from Baltimore, man, I would be remiss to say the Chiefs. I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens playing at home, first home game of the season. Have a whole lot of exotic looks on defense, can mix things up and try to confuse Patrick Mahomes, even though they have a lot of weapons. We are suffering a lot of injuries. We got a lot of guys on IR right now, but I think we can that's a tough game because every time we play, it's fireworks.
Oh yeah,
But
and
I'm
I
just gonna have
agree.
to go with the home team, man. Being from Baltimore, they're playing at home. I have to go with the Ravens.
I got to roll with it. I agree. So now I'm not agreeing. I'm going to go with the Chiefs strictly because I think you're right. Y'all do have some issues right now and some things y'all got to work out right now. Eventually, probably by game 4, again, y'all, like a lot of teams, y'all going to be a snowball rolling downhill, and it's going to be hard to deal with y'all because you're going to figure out what you got going on defense. Your defensive line ain't really getting much pressure right now, which is a problem. Got Calais Campbell on there. He's getting old, getting up in age, and people are figuring him out. You know what I'm saying? To some of the other guys, y'all defensive backfield got to make more plays, got to be more physical, right? But other than
But
that,
we
I
have
think
some exotic looks that we can confuse the quarterback. We were confusing Carr, and we just
we
just didn't
talking
work
about
out at the end.
we talking about Carr versus Mahomes.
Oh, I already know.
All right, so I was just saying that, yeah. All right, here we go. Monday night. All right.
Monday night. Can
This
Aaron
is
Rodgers
the
bounce back?
NFC North battle, right? My boy Benny and his motherfucking cardiac kitties versus the Pack. Dum, 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 dum. Go, Pack, go. You heard that a lot. You play for Detroit. All right. So, who you got?
I think the Packers playing at home, man. They have a bad taste in their mouth losing last week.
Right.
They didn't play well, but I think this is another game, a familiar opponent. You facing them twice a year. You know them a little better than you know other people, and they've had their number for some time. I think Aaron Rodgers comes out there, and him and Devontae Adams might just go off.
Sounds right to me. All right. I totally understand. I totally agree. Look, the Detroit, no matter what, all right, the Lions right now are in a official rebuilding year right now. They got a great fiery head coach. This dude crazy, right? They talking about biting kneecaps on the way up, right? All that good stuff, right? That's dope, though. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. That's the kind of guy you want to play for because you know he'll go to war for you. You know what I'm saying? So you want to go to war for him, but they're not ready right now, all right? And being that the Pack just got their ass whooped, yeah, we're going to roll with the Pack on this one.
Yeah.
All right. So, B, I want to thank you for being on the show, man. Of course, you know what I'm saying? I'll see you Friday. All right. We're playing golf this Friday.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
At Longbow. You know what I'm
We
saying?
might have to get Friday and Sunday in.
Well, I got to do the game on Sunday, so I can't do that. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, look, let the people know where they can catch you on social media.
I don't even remember. Hold up. I got to look for it.
No doubt.
Yeah, if you ever want to catch me, you can catch me on Instagram at bjohnson_410. That 410 lets you know I'm from Baltimore all day, every day. It's pretty much my only social media platform. Facebook, you find me by my real name, but that's about it. I don't really do a whole lot of social media, but that's where you can find me if you're looking for me. And I appreciate you for having me on, big homie. You know how we do.
No doubt. Yo, hey, much love, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody round of applause for my boy B. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when we come back, all right, we got Boiling Bridges, man. Fuck with your boy, you know what I'm saying? You are watching Burning Bridges, and we appreciate y'all, man. Again, man, we want to thank Brian Johnson for being on. Great segment, you know what I'm saying? Good deal. We got to get his picks and so on and so forth. Yeah, we love that, man. You know what I'm saying? More guests to come. Now, today on Boiling Bridges, man, very simple, man. We want to talk about old motherfuckers fighting, right? Evander Holyfield fought Victor Belfort, right, and got his ass whipped. All right, Belfort won by KO, all right? And that same ticket before they fought, Anderson Silva and Ortiz fought, and Silva KO'd that boy Ortiz, all right? Months ago, we had Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fighting, which is the saddest shit I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know why they was fighting. I don't even know why I was watching, right? But I happened to be at some of the homies' house from Baltimore, matter of fact. Actually, Bryant's older cousin. And we were watching it, and it was just like, it's funny, whatever. I don't know what the hell we was watching at that point. But Evander Holyfield and Victor Belfort was not playing, all right? Evander Holyfield got his ass smacked up, all right? And honestly, man, I'm just not a huge fan of this gimmick fight shit, right? I'm such a big fan of the boxing world right? And that's one thing that if you listen to our podcast at JB and Benny Blue, me and Benny talk about boxing a lot. We have our guy Kevin Hate Hip Hop's on, Kevin Robinson. He talk about boxing. We love the sport of boxing, so we don't like it to be played with. All right, stop all the weak shit. Point blank. Period. All right, that's all I got, man. All right, this has been episode number 2 of Burning Bridges, man. I thank you all. Shout out to my production crew, man. You guys did a wonderful job. Shout out to Bryant Johnson being on with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Giving us his picks for the NFL Sunday. Much love and no drugs. All right. This has been your boy JB, a.k.a. Burning Bridges. Bridges burning. We doing all that, man. Holla at your boy at social media, Twitter, at you. Know me, B-I-G. That's the letter U-K-N-O-M-E, B-I-G. All right, that's on Twitter. Fuck with us on Instagram. All right, JB and Benny Blue Review on Instagram, Facebook. All right, all that. You know what I'm saying? You can catch my pretty face on our YouTube, you know what I'm saying, for Hog Talk. And, of course, episodes of JB and Benny Blue Review. This has been your boy JB, man. Enjoy your week of football starting this Thursday. Hope your college team gets the W. Hope the NFL team gets the W. And if you're betting, bet safe, bet smart. All right. Till next time, good people. We'll see you, man. It's your boy JV.